Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday evening, different time to when we usually stream. However, we have a special occasion and a special reason to be doing so here this evening. It is a version 1.0 release on Le Mans Ultimate, and we are celebrating by taking part in their weekly event, the version 1.0 launch party, which is going to be a fairly lengthy race, an hour and 40 minutes around Circuit de la Sarve, the Le Mans 24-hour circuit, with two cars on the grid. The Aston Martin Valkyrie, which we are going to be driving, and the Mercedes AMG GT3. So obviously two new cars that have come to the game, and we are going to be blasting them around the beautiful French roads in this race that's going to be an hour and 40 minutes in length. So this should be a fun, exciting one. We're in split one. I'm just going to very quickly share the stream around in a couple of other places as well, just as we are getting up ready and going live. But yes, this should be pretty epic because this new car does sound absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Let's go ahead and bring the game up and everything so you can see what is going on in the server. This is Discord. This is the server, and yeah, we can see a few cars, hear a few cars that are out onto the circuit already. We've got about 2.5 minutes here left in this practice session before we head on over into qualifying, which is going to be 10 minutes. There goes a Valkyrie trundling down the pit lane. There's a couple of cars out on track. Here be one of them. Doesn't it sound glorious? Yeah, if you've not seen my video already that I put out today, I have already driven this car a little bit. And that V12 sounds absolutely stunning. Hope you're excited for this one. Some new UI as well on the screen that we can see, which is pretty cool. Looks nice and tidy, relatively neat. There are one or two things that I wouldn't mind seeing changed about it, like there's little grey bars along here, but they don't actually indicate like the laps, which is a little bit annoying. Obviously we can see the lap count down here, but everyone's on their out lap at the moment. But that does sound pretty epic. Right. Try and find myself now in this list of people. There I am. So let's focus on that. So go ahead. Fiddle with the car setup, make sure that everything is all good to go, ready for session. Pretty much running the near default, I think. I'll leave that as is. Click down on that, click up on that, click up on that. Gonna make a few little changes here, as we can see. Go ahead and bring the music back as well. In preparation for the race, I don't know whether to go front diffuser 1 or 0. We can go down a click on that if we so wish. That's us into qualifying? Indeed it is. Alright, here we go. How many tyres do we have? 10. Right, we're gonna go ahead and go mediums. Let's get ourselves out on track in this this new beauty. So one thing that I realised earlier, a couple of people have picked up on it and commented on it in the video, and also as well directly to me on Discord, is that this car does not have a electric motor. Sounds so good. An electric motor or any motor maps or anything like that. It's just an internal combustion engine. There is small little bit, I think, of electric power just to fire up the engine, I think. Because it feels like the first 20 kilometers an hour when you come out of the pit lane or out the garage, the engine isn't actually running, and instead it does like a little mini bump start in that sort of situation. So a much simpler car to drive in comparison to the other hypercars, it seems. Try adjusting a few things here. Just trying to listen out for something there, because I could hear something at higher speeds, which I didn't know whether was the car bottoming out or whether it is just the wind noise. I think it might be more wind noise. So I'm not seeing any sparks in the rearview mirror that would indicate that the car is bottoming out. Could have been a little bit more aggressive there into Arnage. But never mind. But yeah, this is split 1 of 7, it seems. And there's 62 cars in this race, split across the two classes. So I think probably about 31 to 32 Valkyries, and then the remaining are the Mercedes AMG GT3. And one thing that I have noticed about this car is it's not the biggest fan of curves there in the Ford chicane. Something that we're going to have to watch out for. And it's got a lot of front end grip as well. Little bit of hesitation there getting on the throttle. See what sort of speeds we get. So we have lowered the car a little bit. We might get a little bit more straight line speed here. Indeed we are. Now, my slight concern with this race is that there are a number of very, very fast esports drivers in this. Michi Hoyer is in this split, as is Guglielmo, and a few other hypercar drivers that I recognise. And I only jumped on about 10 minutes before starting the stream, so I've not had any real chance to actually practice and find a setup, whereas they've probably spent a little bit of time fine-tuning and tweaking things. So I'm already reeling out some excuses here for my performance come one this qualifying session, two the actual race itself. Let us know if everything's all good in terms of picture and sound quality. Should be. That's obviously far from ideal. So I need to remember that for the next lap. Be a little bit more careful there going into Indianapolis. This is going to hurt our downforce in a number of other places. It was a relatively light tap with the wall, but it was a tap nonetheless, which is giving us some damage to the front end. So 31.4 at the moment, we're well off from where we should be, but at least it's a lap in the bag. Not too wide. Yeah, we're over 8 seconds off at the moment, but there's a lot of time to be found on this lap. That's for sure. A little bit sketchy there, a little bit loose. At least we're up on the previous lap at the moment. We'll have time to finish this lap as well. Much better. should be a pretty significant gain. A little bit of a cut there on the inside of that left-hander. Much better final chicane. Do improve. Still a long way off. Then again, we've got quite a bit of fuel still on board, and yeah, setup's not where I want it to be at the moment. So it's I'm towards the back of the grid, which shall be interesting. But it should be good fun trying to work our way through the field and pick people off. Yeah, here you go. There's some big names at the sharper end of the field there. Anyone else in here that I recognise? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm going to do that. Probably start on the tyres that we are on at the moment. Okay, I can go up quite a bit. This should be fun and interesting. All feels okay, I think. Do that. Get front diffuser 0. Feels like the better way to go. So a lot of it is all in to do with the suspension. It's quite tricky to determine as to what is going to work. Generally I find that with these hypercars, probably going stiffer is the better way to go. Don't want to be going too stiff, I don't want to be going too low either. But these should be some interesting changes, I think. I don't want to be taking too much away from the front end. Stiffer front, rear, and let's do that. Alright. Save. Oh, we are Le Mans.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
This is dry version 1. Right, I am going to start on used tyres. So what we'll do is a single stint on this. We'll then switch to the fresher tyres and run those to the end. That is my thinking with in strategy with this race, I think. Hey Saroza, thank you very much for the well wishes. You've been following the channel so many years and never said hello. Well, thank you very much for tuning in this evening and saying hello to you as well. Hope you're all good. Hope your week's going alright so far. Do you have Le Mans Ultimate? If so, what do you think so far of version 1.0 if you played it today? Okay. Getting ready for the start of this race. Starting P25. Indeed, there are 30 hypercars. The rest are all GTs. A lot of people are on the soft. I've gone medium. Is everyone saying? Right temp, 43. Haven't tried it yet. More of an iRacing fanboy. Ah, see, so you're just coming to see and inspect what Le Mans Ultimate has to offer. Oh, let's just say we've got a lot of lovely V12 goodness. So let's get ourselves ready. Set everything up for race. That all looks good. Right, here we go then. 30 Valkyries. It's just going to be screaming V12.
Formation lap has started.
I see. I think a lot of people are here for this lovely V12. All right, here we go with the formation lap. Let's try and get some heat into the brakes. Everyone going to be sitting on the pit limiter here. Very, very cool to see this car in a racing sim in an official capacity. Planning on doing a 6-hour event, very nice. I am also planning on doing a 6-hour event. As to what car? Yeah, I do not know. Right. Here we go then. Line ourselves up. Ready? For the start. I imagine this is going to be a little bit chaotic, but we shall try and avoid the chaos and carnage if we can. See if we can pick up some positions. Imagine the green light's going to come here in chicane. Indeed it does. Right, we're underway racing. That's one position already. Amongst being cautious, we've lost the position. Two positions, in fact. So we did get out to P24. Oh, a little lock up there. Some cars skipping over the chicanes. This is going to sound so good in the replay afterwards. Well, this is interesting, trying to find our way through the field with it all closely packed together and everyone kind of duking and jostling for position at the moment. Oh. Cars in front, making contact with one another. Held us up a little bit there. Oh, yellow flag up ahead. Couple of cars off. Some freebies. Oh, destruction. There we go. Survived the first lap. Oh, car up in front getting very loose. They were pushing a little bit there through Tetra Rouge. No doubt taking the off-track penalty. Quite the clump of cars up in front. Set our fuel lap target to +1, try and extend stint if we can. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, what is that all about? Stay away from me, please. Oh. Seems a little slow on acceleration for whatever reason. Quite a bit of wheel spin. Fan of GTP, try this monster tonight. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Enjoying it a lot already. It just feels like the setup isn't quite there. Definitely needs some more work. Tell you one thing I'm going to do. IRB2. Oh, you're not a fan. You should definitely try this out though. Very cool car, a lot of fun to drive. Looks like it's got a lot of power. A little bit of damage there on the front wing now. Where did that come from? Oh, we're making mistakes here. Come on, Yorkie, focus. Get things back under control again. Try and close back up on the cars up in front. I see you're a GT3 fan. One thing is, it feels like the progression into the hypercars from a GT3 car isn't actually too bad. Obviously got a lot more downforce and higher speed, but the way they kind of drive in slower corners with their weight is pretty similar to a GT3 in the sense that you kind of have to hustle them a little bit. There's just a little bit more that you have to manage with the hybrid systems, but this Aston Martin doesn't have a hybrid, so it's pure just pedal to the metal goodness. Okay, it's not indicating that we have damage to repair in the pit stop strategy. Your active pedal is useless with GTP. Oh, interesting. That's very cool that you got an active pedal. What's your experience with it? Like, you enjoying it? Is it good? Give us your verdict, because I've not ever tried one. Feels like I could probably go another click more on the rear ARB, not 2 clicks. Oh dear. Interesting. So it would be good to get my hands on one if I can at some point, but no, I'm running a Sim Magic P1000s. So just a regular spring load cell. Don't have any elastomers in it. This guy behind's got some seriously good straight line speed. Side by side at the moment. I can't actually see them over the side there. The wheel arch is that big, and there's also a fairing on the top of it that's kind of blocking the view. There is the cause of that yellow flag. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, skipping on the inside of the curb. That's an illegal overtake, surely. Brave. I know he had the inside line, but that was a lot of commitment there by them. Just trying to move the blind and keep that cooler air from outside coming in. Still feels like we can go up more on the rear RB. It feels very, very planted at the rear. Probably run it very, very stiff. It's a bit more oversteer now in the slower speed corners. What do you think about LMU? ACC 2.0 iRacing killer? I don't think it will kill either AC Evo or iRacing. It's certainly a serious competitor to iRacing in terms of this specific discipline of motorsport, sports car racing and endurance, but the big thing that's going to keep iRacing more in the game, as it were, is the fact that iRacing's got such a wide variety of content and has a lot more tracks than what Le Mans Ultimate is probably ever going to offer. Without a shadow of a doubt, considering there's way more tracks in iRacing than there is in Le Mans Ultimate anyway. But I mean in terms of like tracks that are viable for these sort of cars. That's the sort of thing I mean. So yeah, I don't think it's ever going to kill iRacing in that sense. And with regards to AC Evo, it's got quite a heavy road car focus to it. So I don't think AC Evo is really going to be under threat from this, as it's kind of again a different focus in terms of the content and the game modes and that sort of thing. I see AC Evo as a kind of a more casual cruising with your friends sort of thing. I think the Nordschleife and the Nordschleife region is going to be the main selling point for AC Evo. And that's what a lot of people are looking forward to and I'm kind of holding out for. Yeah, exactly. It's a bit more of a celebration of road cars and kind of car culture. Obviously there's race cars in there, but they're kind of far and few between, and they're not really... Oops, Daisy. There goes one. They're not really padding out the whole class. That's the other thing with the race cars at the moment. I know it's still obviously very early days, but... Okay. I'll try and settle in and refocus a bit. But yeah, it's... I think this is possibly more like an ACC killer. In the sense of the two games are both very championship, specific championship focused. So I think what I may have done with the setup has gone too soft now on the rear. So that in the high speed, we're getting too much downforce on the rear and the car's not really rotating as much as I'd like it to. However, in the slow speed stuff, the car is a fair bit more loose, as we've seen a couple of times getting on power. So we are going to dial that rear ARB back one click again. That's a little bit late. Absolutely blown the chicane there. Was trying to lift and coast and got the actual braking part wrong. Did that too late. Here we go, starting to catch up with some GT3s now. Quite a few Valkyries going off track. Yeah, I don't want to get involved with all of this. It says as we kind of get involved on the exit. It was all a little bit messy in there. Indeed it is, yeah. It's just those two cars here in this race. Basically the new content here in version 1.0. Oh, that guy's got no rear wing. You're going to have to stay there. Oh my god, why is he gone inside? Jesus Christ. Why did that Merc open up the corner for him? Oh! Let's just bail out the chicane there, avoid any more sketchiness and just try and settle back down, because that was hairy. Lost our speed and momentum. bit messy again. So much turn-in grip. It's very nice. Right, the field has spread out a little bit more now, so let's see if we can close in on the cars up in front. Starting to pull away from the cars behind, which is good. Cool. I think that might be my front wheel. Game's looking more colourful on your phone. Oh, interesting. Then again, phone might have the brightness or colours saturation turned up a little bit higher. Take and eat that track limits, even though we didn't actually get a penalty there with that one. Yeah, resolution help more with sharpness than anything. That Mercedes is very slow at the apex. With that Neo in front, it's got some pretty good pace. I think they made a mistake there coming into Mustang corner with that lockup. But we are gaining on cars in front, it feels like. Oh, a little deep there for us. One more GT3 to go. We'll likely catch them in the middle of the Porsche curves. As will these cars up in front. Managed to time that fairly well. Alright, we ended up losing time that lap to P18, so now we've got some clear air and no GT3 traffic on this one. See if we can bring that 6.5 second gap down. Yeah, it definitely feels like high speed is where the setup on this is really struggling. High speed corners. So we're fuel saving at the moment. It's obviously costing us a little bit of time to the other cars in front, but it will pay dividends later. When our final stop will be shorter than a number of cars in front of us. Hopefully. And obviously the aim with that is to gain some positions if we can. There's Neil up in front. It's got 3% less NRG than we have remaining in this stint. So they're going to be sat stationary for longer. There's another one in that same sort of situation. Oh! Car in front died. Hello, rejoin. Jesus Christ, that was a jump scare and a half. Was not expecting that. I wonder how much damage they've got from that incident though. Alright, back up into P20. How's our tyres doing? Okay. Brakes are looking fairly cold. See what sort of temps they get out to here in the braking zone. Cold. Just shy of 600 degrees C. Just not rare. I kind of want them up. 800 in the braking zone, so we could definitely close the brake ducts up more on this set. It's not something we can do in the pit stop though. Car definitely has a slight struggle with the curbs. So 2.2 laps worth of virtual energy remaining, 2.1. And they have to do some pretty severe lift and coast in order to make that extra lap. We shall see when it comes to that line. Yeah, 2.0. I think it might just about be doable. Oh, the curb really grabbing us there. Alright, 9 seconds, P17 up in front, they are pulling away. Yeah, doing mid-28s on the previous lap, whereas I did a 30.1. Newell in front, it's definitely not going to be able to do the extra lap. Holy wheel spin, Batman. So, race leaders into the pit lane. Top 3 are all in. One too many gears. Too slow on the entry there. Way too slow. Oh, don't be touching that wall, Yorkie. Right, there's a lot of people in the pits. Only 3 of us, 4 of us, have managed to go the extra lap. And a couple of people I think are going to struggle. The 2 guys in front are going to be very, very marginal. I think even us are going to be very, very close. It almost amazes me every single time just how much grip the front end has in this car. A little deep there. Very, very close, 0.4%. We're very, very close on the pit limiter line as well, I think. I think we just about managed to get away with it. The good thing is, once you're on the pit limiter, you don't actually use any virtual energy. So, here we go. Filling up. Tank. New fresh tyres as well. Now done on fuel. It's now just virtual energy that's still being topped up. And we have the 12 seconds tire change. Right, here we go. Yeah, so there's a tiny little bit of a bump start with the electric motor, and then it switches to full power. Alright, just gotta remember, cold tyres. Not gonna have too much grip. Managed to get away without getting a penalty on pit entry, which is nice. We have lost the position though, I believe, as one of the cars that was behind us coming into the pit lane has jumped us, but that's probably them not taking fresh tyres. So this should be interesting. Hopefully we can close up here in this this stint. With that fresher rubber, the extra grip. Not quite gripping for us just yet. Soon they will be. Closing in on the cars in front. Gap is now sub 5 seconds. And again, held up with traffic here. Interesting. Made it work though. Yeah, there's a pink Mercedes. Didn't realise there's one of those. Don't remember seeing it earlier. Definitely seems like we've got a bit of a tyre advantage now over the cars in front. At least that's what it appears to be to me, because this guy in front is all over the place wiggling about. You try and get past these three as quickly as possible, because they are losing ground to P17. Sorry, P16. There we go, force an error. Take that position nicely, thank you. Bit deep. Despite the really good front end grip, I'm struggling to get the car tucked into the final part of that forward chicane. Trying to keep an eye on the times of the cars up in front. They're mostly kind of in around P14, 15. They're doing 29s. Mid to high 29s. They are a fair way up the road. There we go, that was much better that time. 28.5. A lot of guys up in front have also picked up the pace. I don't think we're going to clear these Mercedes. Nope. Don't think we're going to get this one either. Pretty unlucky with traffic on this lap. Oh, big mistake there by the Valkyrie in front. It's cost them valuable time. Hello, Graham. How's it going, buddy? Not the best of laps there with the traffic. Oh, all good. Excellent. Glad to hear. And the race is away. Quite a tough, challenging one. Everyone's in the same cars. Here in the hypercar class, we're all in the Aston Martin Valkyrie, and then all the GT3s are in the Mercedes AMG GT3. So the two new cars that have just come to Le Mans Ultimate. There's a few esports drivers in this, hence the leaders being a minute and a half up the road. And it looks like they've managed to work out the setup, whereas I've not quite got it optimal in this. Probably slightly better than the defaults, but it's got too much rear end grip in the high speed corners. Still, we're hunting down P16. The gap is decreasing, and they are going to be putting a lap earlier than us. They're going to take quite a bit more fuel than we will. So hopefully we can jump them in the pit lane, or in the pit stop. All the way a lot from the car behind. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Try and pull away from this guy. This is going to have a lot of fuel on board. Should get the slipstream here. Go a little bit. We are closing on P15. This is good. Hey Jensen, how's it going? Let's try and continue to pull away from the car behind. So I don't want them troubling me. P15 has changed. It's now someone who's pitted further up the field. Oh, that's deep. Cost us the temple too. A new PB for us? Yep. Down a little bit here, but we are gaining that time back. Yeah, about 3 attempts in that corner. Not a good Indianapolis and Arnage. Slipped away valuable seconds there. Look where you're going, Yorkie, don't check the rear mirror. Oh dear. Slight little bump on the rear there. There. It's obviously going to the end. Whereas we're still fuel saving. But it's not really our fight, so it's not really worth trying to push and fight them. The thing we do need to do, though, is drop this down. Looks like they've got a lot of roll in the car than the one ahead. So it does make me curious, have they actually gone soft on the springs and the suspension, or have they gone harder and just got very soft anti-roll bars? Oh, someone spun up ahead. Still 25 minutes to go. Probably could have gone then, but just more fuel saving. That was very close. Lighting up the rear tyres there as well. I'm doing all good, thanks, Jensen. How are you doing, mate? How was the LMU settings refinement going? Oh, he's pitted again. Ah, so we needed to pit that time. Maybe you had a drive-through previously then. Three cars up in front are all very close to one another. Well, at least it's happening. Hopefully you're getting somewhere with it, even if it is slowly. That's good to hear. It's going to be interesting with P1 and 2 in the GT3 class. Catching them right where I didn't want to be. Maybe we might need to go 5 laps. Yeah, everyone's over 50%, so... Except one guy in front, he's at 44, but it seems like he's quite a bit less than everybody else. Tyres are still in good condition. No need to change them. Not for 15 odd more minutes. It's not going to be worth it. Yeah, this guy in front now starting to fuel save massively, realising his mistake. Gonna be a big ask, a big stretch for him to make it to the end without stopping. Right. Into the pit lane. Here we go. Last time. Make it a good stop here. Hopefully we can gain some positions. We're kind of in and around P19, P20 when all the round and pit stops happened. Looks like we're getting some time on the cars in front. Certainly one of them. Alright. Let's go, let's push. See if we can get P15, maybe P6, P16, maybe P15. Might be a little bit closer, maybe a little bit tight on fuel. We shall see. Should do a little bit of lifting coast just to make sure. The thing is, we've got a nice lovely gap to the car behind P18, so we really need to go hard on the fuel saving. We do have the space to do it. one of the Aston Martins off. It's new, as you can see. Quite a big bounce wide there. Well, that was a nice double freebie on that previous lap. We are closer to that P15. P12 is quite far up the road. It's another 6.5 seconds ahead of this trio of cars in front. Oh, side by side, two cars in front of us there. Side by side again. Bit more like it. Crew track limits. We are pushing. Trying to catch these two cars in front. No. Pushing a little too hard. Never mind. We got some quite severe vibration now on the coming through the wheel. Oh dear. Big flag spots on that. Five more minutes, 2 more laps. Good thing is that can quite easily happen to either of the 2 cars in front, and all it takes is a spin like that and we'll be with them. Oh, dearie me. It's been quite the race, this one. Not quite had the pace that I was hoping for, but then again, I didn't really get the practice that I was hoping for either. So I hadn't really dialed in the setup. It's quite weak in the high-speed corners. Not enough rotation from the rear. I know it's not solvable through the rear anti-roll bars either. Front end feels good. It's just the rear end. And I wonder also as well if there's more straight line speed that could be gained out of it. And the cars up in front are all fighting as well. it wasn't for that spin, I'd probably be pretty close to the rear of them. Not worrying about track limits at all. Alright, last lap. Yep, one of them's off. P15 could be ours for the taking, potentially. Question is, where do we go for the move? Do we go for it in Mulsanne Corner, or do we do it into Indianapolis? I think Indianapolis is probably going to be the best place. Especially as they're fuel saving as well. Kind of exit I need. Straight drag race between the two of us. He's got more straight line speed though. Oh, I'm just about out, just nose ahead. Come on. Just about managing to do it. We're going to have to lift and coast here. There we go, and across the line with 0.4%. Ooh-wee, that was close. What a pretty fun and exciting finish that was. Blimey. Oh, P15, pretty happy with that. Yep, some very good maths. Worked out very nicely in the end. Oh, it's very, very warm. Quite a lot of DNFs, though. Which is interesting. Right. Now, are you ready for some noise, ladies and gents? Lots and lots of noise. And when it loads. Here we go. Hearing a lot of beautiful V12 goodness, V8s in the background as well. Right, let's continue on along. On camera group 2 because that one was closer to the circuit. Here we go. Drop the hammer. Yeah, just a few Astons. Someone's fun in the background. Oh no. All those exhaust pops and crackles. Oh, that sounds so good. You want camera shake? Yes. Sounds so ridiculous, but so good. Let's fast forward it on a few laps, just so we can hear them spread out a little bit more. I'm not going to get over how good it all sounds. Right, we need to fast forward onto, I think it was lap 8. Something happened at some point, but I can't quite remember what lap it was. Oh, that's the end of the server. But let's go to the results anyway. So yeah, lost some rating on that one, but that's kind of fine. I lost to 24 drivers. Okay, yeah, 14 drivers in the race. So I'm not sure on these driver rating, the rankings anymore. These don't really explain why you're gaining or losing rating. It just tells you information that you already know. Yes, I finished in P15, therefore I lost to 14 drivers. But I want to know how many drivers were like a lower rank than me. So yeah, like the old hints, I think, were better in that regard. Anyway, let's go back. I can't remember what lap it was that we had that there was an incident or something like that. So there's an event that starts in 3 minutes. What time is it? It's a little bit late now. Drive the AMG, but I was hoping I would get a little bit of that going this evening, but it's going to be fairly tight. In the meantime, I am going to try and figure out what lap there was an incident. I think it was like either 8, 9 or 10 or something like that. Tell you what I'll do. When I do find it, I'll post a clip of it up. Anyway, I think that's going to be pretty much it for this evening, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for tuning in with our first proper race on version 1.0, the Le Mans Ultimate update. It'll be intriguing to see what the GT3s are like to drive now with the updated tyre model, and we'll also take probably a bit more of a look at some of the other aspects of version 1.0 that has come in. But still, the Aston Martin Valkyrie is a fantastic addition, and really, really thoroughly enjoyed driving that here today. Make sure you leave the live stream a like, and also go check out the video that went up on the channel today as well, because it'll be very much appreciated if you enjoyed that and gave that a little bit of love too. Either way, I'll try and do a live stream Thursday. I'll confirm on my Discord as to whether or not I will be doing a live stream. Link to the Discord is down in the description below, so double check that. Feel free to join if you're not already part of the community. And yeah, hopefully I shall see you then, if not the next time afterwards. Until then though, have fun, stay safe, take care.